what brings you to his work? What's the attraction when Wes Anderson calls? What is the first reaction that you have? You have obviously, Bill, done more work with Wes. Tilda's done 2 films, I think. So, well, 3 now, but
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
3. Yes.
have done 2.
Yes.
Okay, so.
You want to let Jason take that one?
That's fair enough. He's also acted in these films, so.
I'm trying to think. What's the lure? He's a pal. He's a pal, and there's nothing like hanging out with your friends. And when they happen to be Wes Anderson and they dream up these ridiculous adventures, there's what's not to say yes to, and of course to have the opportunity to be a dog, and in my case, a pug.
Well, I always like to think, wasn't it your grandmother's line about when someone suggests an idea for something that might not be, maybe it's a good idea, maybe if there's some interest in it, what was
she would say, dull not to.
Oh, yeah.
That was her great saying.
Yeah.
And also this, for me, in this one, I really wanted for the Grand Budapest Hotel, from the character I played, the old lady, to have a cloud of pugs. And I suggested this way too late. And Wes was incredibly sweet about kind of letting me down on this, but then he made me a pug in this one, so I'm trying to think what he didn't manage to do on this one that will leap over into the next one. But Sibylium, you've been there from the very beginning. How's it hanging?
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't been in there from the very beginning, but a very long time. And what you say about being a pal is great. We've become pals making movies together, which is an unusual thing. So when there's talk of making a movie, I go, great, I can go hang out with my pal, that'll be fun. And we'll make a movie, which is really nice. It really works out pretty well for everyone. We get to spend some quality time. Here we are in Zurich. Now, would we have been in Zurich if we hadn't made the movie? Yeah. So we're here, we're hanging out, we're looking at you, and you're a funny one. And we're, people seem pretty well behaved. It's not at all like some of those other places we've been, right, guys?
It's better here.
It's better here. It really is better here. You shouldn't run away. It's pretty good here. The grass is not necessarily greener. I don't know if that translates in your 3 languages or not, but the grass is not necessarily greener. I'd like to say something significant now, so I'll just pass it back. We're doing a great job. How much longer? No, I want to say something else. What should I say?
Well, I would ask you something, like, when you, the funny thing is, I want to ask him, but I don't know what it is yet that I'm going to ask. So I'm trying to think of it while I act like I'm already about to ask him. When you playing a role, I've got to think. Is it fun to do a voice where the character, in the case of a movie like this, sorry, I'm stepping on your toes here. I'm not supposed to be doing this.
I like it.
When you
You
play,
never have to worry about someone that's wearing his own earpiece. Yeah. You don't have to worry about it.
is it fun to do a voice? Because when you did your voices, not only do we animate to the voices, but we made the characters, we made the puppets sort of from what you did. It sort of shaped how we designed the puppets, if you see what I mean. And I think it was a question.
Have you done it before, a
Yeah,
voice thing?
I have done a voice before in a movie. I've had some interesting experiences. I was a badger in the Fantastic Mr. Fox, Hold for Applause. I was also a cat in the film Garfield. So I'm going to keep talking about
More applause.
Applause not necessary. Applause not necessary. That was a hard one. They'd already shot the movie and they already shot the entire movie. It was a movie where there was one animated creature, it was the cat, and they shot the whole movie, which was really backwards.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a good story I can tell you because you're Zurich and I love you. I took the movie because it was written by two guys. One was named Joel Cohen. I thought, oh God, it's one of those great Cohen brothers. It wasn't one of those great
Wasn't
Cohen
it?
brothers. Turns out Joel Cohen's one of those names that goes around, and not the
And I think it was
Yeah,
Cohen.
and the stars don't always fall on that Joel Cohen. So it was a nightmare. But making the movie like that was fun, and it was kind of fun, if you can imagine, a bunch of us being in a room and saying, okay, now we have to act like dogs. So people had to sort of growl, and people started scratching furniture and, turning around in circles before they sat down. It was kind of fun to watch, and we kind of spiraled up as canines in the course of like an hour, a couple of hours or two. Then they brought in lunch, and we tried to, eat off the floor, and like out of the bowl kind of thing. We tried to eat like dogs. And then we went a little bit better, and then everybody got a little, we got a little territorial, and then we were done, and now we're here. So it was quick and short, and I'm glad you were able to get something out of that day. We worked as hard as we could on those voices.
We did 2 days, I think.
Yeah, I
on
guess it
that.
was 2 days. We tried to, I think we sort of refused, it was going too quickly, was the problem. And we it's a payday. If we do it all in one day, we don't get paid the extra $170. So we had to make it go another day, and we did. And we were having enough fun, and we thought, we're being cool, let's stop, and we'll do it tomorrow.
So the dogs were recorded together?